Hello everybody, Happy New Year. We're New Year's Day today. I'm making this video because there was my last video was talking about two articles I made. One article was whether Michelle Obama knows that Obama is the Antichrist or not, because she made several videos saying that he was a Kenyan. So obviously when he became president and he started denying that he was a Kenyan, whereas previously he wrote in his biography that he was a Kenyan, and it was written on the flyer of his book, like on his book cover of his autobiography. He was saying it, and she was saying it. The people were saying that he was a Kenyan. So she knew that he was a liar when he started lying and saying that he was American, an American citizen. So, I mean, she knew that he was a liar, a big liar, but maybe she doesn't have any moral principles like him. They have no. They think that getting ahead by lying and scamming is you know, it's normal. They say it's normal. You don't need to be honest. That's not part of being a human being. You don't have to be honest. You can just be like an animal and steal and lie and slander, no problem. But that's very interesting. You know what I just that idea is really interesting. That basically these were two people with very low morals, who were thieves and thugs, and they suddenly were caught red-handed because they got this scam going, and they had their radical friends with Bill Ayers, who were basically you know, part of terrorist organizations. He was part of a terrorist organization, and the radical black community, the blacks like Bill Ayers, who are radicals like him, I mean, they're close to the Black Panthers and the radical black organizations, who are also thieves and criminals. Like there are people like Louis Farrakhan, who is anti-Semitic. He says he's a Muslim leader, right? But the Muslims in Saudi Arabia, they don't recognize his group, the Islamic group, which of Louis Farrakhan. So these guys are like extreme black groups, and they're not honest. They're rejected. They're rejected. He says he's a Muslim. He's rejected by Muslims. People like Jeremiah Wright, who says he's a Christian preacher, but actually he uses the pulpit just to spread hatred, and he's no more Christian than anybody. He's not Christian. He's not a pastor or anything. He used to be a Muslim. Now he's a Christian, and he's preaching this communist liberation theology or whatever, which is rejected by the Christians. So these guys go around all these. They're cutting corners all the time. They're always they're outlawed. What they're doing is illegal. It's criminal. But Obama got elected, and then suddenly the lottery drew 666 in Chicago the day after his election. So, I mean, Michelle Obama and Barack Obama hey, that's the Antichrist's sign. So they must have thought, holy cow, we've been messing around, we've been doing all this scamming, we've been doing all this fraud, and boom, Barack is the Antichrist. And Michelle said, hey, I'm married to the Antichrist. Now, I don't know if those are their real children. You know, we'll find out about that. I don't know if they're really married, if they're a real couple, because he's obviously a gay. He's a life member of a gay club in Chicago. It's called Man's Country. It's on North Clark Street, some number 5,000 something, and he's a life member of that club. It's a bathhouse, a gay bathhouse, and those people, I mean, all the gays know him. He's a well-known figure in the gay community. So I don't know if those kids are actually his kids or whatever, but I mean, even if it's a sham marriage, she's married to the Antichrist, and she and him must have. It's hair-raising news to see this the lottery draw 666 is on the news everywhere in Chicago the day after his election. So I mean, everybody must have been saying, "Hey, holy cow! This guy is the Antichrist." So it was really a big awakening for her. So okay, there's one thing, you know, you people probably know that the Antichrist has a fatal head wound. That's what it says. The Antichrist has a fatal head wound. And in my last video, I was showing some details about Obama's face, which are really hair-raising. Really hair-raising. It's funny. I was looking at Obama's face, which looks here. You get a very good view of the scars which he has on his face. I was noting that there's this strange scar, big scar here, and it looks like the skin has kind of been. It looks taut. It looks like it's been pulled across this hole. So I mean, surgeons would have put some skin here, which they would have cultivated some skin in a laboratory dish, and then they can put the skin, and then that grows back. But there's a very good detail of what his skin looks like here on this picture here. Here we go. This is what I was trying to get to. Here you can see very precise details of what this looks like. Yeah, oh yeah, right, okay. I was looking for this. This is what I was trying to find. Now if I put the arrow of my mouse over this, then you won't see things as well as I can see it right now. So I'm going to take the arrow away and give you people a chance to look exactly at the details which I've shown here. Now what I want you people to look at is right here. You can see here it's a square kind of form, and you can see the lines. It looks like stitches. It doesn't look like stitches. These are stitches, but you can see it here clearly. Look, this is like an H figure, and then you see two small arms kind of sticking out here, and then here you get a little triangle over here. And then if you look to the left of this, here you get several lines. So take a look at this. You can see the stitches. You can actually see the surgical stitches which the surgeon left, which the doctor left here. You can see it. It's really hair-raising. Look at the stitches Obama has on his chin, and you can see you can see the difference of color. Look, here it's all gray. Here's all white, and he also has the same thing on his in the back of his skull. You can see it here. Here we go. Look, you can see a difference. This picture, you don't see it very well on this picture, but you can see it here. Look at the difference of color here. Here it's all black, right? And here it's all gray. So I think that these two pieces of skin have a different blood irrigation, because it looks like he had really big surgery here, and here there are all kinds of lines. You can see there's streaks of lines going back and forth here, where I think he had a surgical operation there too. And obviously the blood circulation is going to be different. Like probably this whole part on the front had blood irrigation of one sort, or maybe they left that. But I think the whole back here looks like it was cut up and pasted back on again. And this probably has a blood irrigation which makes the color go different. So I mean, this guy is a very extraordinary person, and his past medical history must be something out of this world. I mean, if we put this guy on trial, that's what I want absolutely, to get Obama on trial, and to get the surgeons who did this work on him to testify, to say exactly what happened to this guy. Okay, this is an article. Right now we're looking at an article which I made, which I've already talked about in my previous video, so I'm not going to get into that too much. But there's a video here where this guy says to Obama, "You are the Antichrist," and look at the reaction of Obama. How he's scared. Look how scared he is. He is panicked. He's just panicked by this guy.
Well, there you go. Where her? Hey, how are you? I want the message. God is the one only true living God, the creator of heaven and the
Oh yeah, so you saw his reaction. Like he was staring at that guy and saying he was staring at him and saying like, yeah, you mean I'm he was challenging him and saying, yeah, you're saying I'm the Antichrist, am I the Antichrist? He wanted to get in his face saying you're saying I'm the Antichrist, but his reaction was like he was not denying it. So anyways, if we find out that Obama has a fake birth certificate, then that's espionage, you know, and that means he's not American, so he's a foreign spy. He's a foreigner, and he got the nuclear, he got the national defense nuclear secrets, so that means he's a spy, he's a foreign spy. And that, if you look at Wikipedia, at capital punishment by the United States federal government, the United States federal government, in comparison to the separate states, applies the death penalty for certain crimes: treason, espionage. You see? Then there's some other drug trafficking and federal murder, but there is espionage in it. So that's what we got there. Okay, then here you have this picture. There's been a lot of pictures about this fly, you know, and also Obama with the flies. The Antichrist is called the Lord of the Flies, so that's why I put that there. So if you look at this video here, you can if you look at this video over again, you can take a look at what I wrote here. I wrote, if you think Obama looks scary, you've not seen anything yet. 666 was drawn in the lottery of Chicago in his hometown the day after his election. That's the mark of the beast, also known as of the Antichrist. And I say there's nobody in the world who's announcing this except for me, because there are millions of people who saw it, and those people were Christians, but nobody's talking about it. So I'm the only one who's talking about it in the world. So so that's my video for today. Okay, people. Bye-bye.